And talking with Jaxon Cogar, the Westside Renegades, quarterback of the Renegades. First of all, Jackson, new season, and I understand you've been able to have input with what the offense your new coach Tyler Dunnigan is going to run. How many times did you guys meet, and what was your input on the offensive game plan this year?
Well, since I kind of knew that he was going for the job, from then on we started talking about the offense, and we both agreed that it's going to be good. And we both like what we're going to run this year.
What kind of input did you have? Was it more in the passing game or running game? What was your input on that?
Mostly with the passing game. I feel like I'm more pass first.
Has it always been that way for you, or were you a runner more? Usually when guys start out, they're more run oriented.
Well, I didn't take a snap at quarterback until my 8th grade year.
So, really, never played the position?
No, never. So I've always been kind of pass first.
What position did you play coming up?
I played receiver my 7th grade year, and that's my first year back since like Pee Wee football.
Did you want to stay away from quarterback because that's where your brother played, to help cut down on the comparisons, which inevitably you're hearing all the time?
Yeah.
Was that part of it?
Yes and no. I mean, I knew that if I did play it, then I would have him there to help me. But again, the comparison, I mean, it gets old. But
does it at some point do you say like enough is enough? I mean, because every time a guy like me comes in, they're like, well, what about your brother and his numbers? Does it ever get old? I mean, just to have to keep on hearing it time after time.
Yeah, kind of. But I mean, I've kind of got used to it after just playing for a long time, and then it's whatever. I'm just trying to make a name for myself.
Last year you started out really on the road to making a name for yourself. You had some great numbers, and then COVID hit. How tough was it for you to bounce back from we're going to play, we're not going to play, games canceled? You ended up only getting 4 games in when you started the season, and really were among the leaders in the state in getting games played.
Yeah, it definitely sucked, and especially that, in my opinion, I think we might have had one of the most skilled teams ever here. And it was just like it just happened just like that, and it was all over.
Was it hard to reconcile that in your mind? Because I mean, you ended up going into football, hadn't done anything for I guess 2 months when football came around. Was it just hard to reconcile the guy, especially for the seniors that you had, that you couldn't play?
Yeah, it was just like every week we're just waiting until that day for the new map to come out, and then it was just bad news every time.
When you look back at the numbers you were able to put up, and you had some really great receivers out there, Daniel Reed, Ethan Blackburn, Spencer Kennedy, those guys are gone now. What do you think of the new group coming in?
I think we're getting better every day, and Coach is doing a good job getting them right. I think we're going to be special this year and surprise some people.
What aspect of your game, you said you're throw first, and you kind of been that way as a quarterback. What aspects of your game do you want to improve and work on?
I want to be a better runner. I want to be more of a threat in that game. I mean, I still can, but obviously I want to get better every day.
Wyoming East was a huge game for you last year. 4 touchdown passes, 3 rushing touchdowns. I think a lot of people underestimated your wheels, and you were able to get in the end zone 3 times rushing. Was that a breakout game for you?
Yeah, I think so. And that was their 3rd game, so I was getting comfortable and just starting to feel it.
Do you, with having input on the offense that you're going to run, do you feel more like you'll have ownership? This offense yourself?
Yeah, and I feel like this year I'm upperclassman. I got to be more of a leader, and then this offense gives me a very good opportunity to be that.
Are you trying to become more of a student of the game? I mean, or will you just rely on offensive skills to do things out on the field? Are you studying a lot of it?
Yeah, I'm always trying to learn, and I'm watching film and watching other quarterbacks in the area and just any college guys.
All right, so who are some of them guys that you follow? Who are some of the guys you watch maybe in the area?
I've watched, his name's Ian Hamrick. He's from Gilmer County. He's a very good quarterback. And Trey Dunn from South Charleston. Those are some of the best players in the state.
Trey Dunn is a multiple type quarterback. He can run or throw.
Yeah, he's probably one of the fastest guys in the state.
Is that a guy you pattern your play after?
A little bit. I don't know. I'm more drop back and throw, but I mean, I'm trying to get faster and all that.
Do you think you benefited last year at the beginning of the year from people wanting to key on Blake Good because he'd had a lot of success? And do you think that will switch this year maybe a little bit and you'll help him?
Yeah, definitely. I think because I didn't play a lot my freshman year, and then everybody knew that he had a big year my freshman year, so everybody was worried about that, and then it gave me more opportunities. But now I had my year last year, and it's going to be hard to decide which one you're going to key on.
I want to just ask one more question in this regard. You mentioned Trey Dunn for one. Do you pattern anything you do after what your brother did here?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously he was great, and I want to be like that someday, and I want to go play at the next level, and I'm always trying to learn and be as good as I can.
Should he win the Kennedy Award this year?
I think so.
Do you have aspirations in that regard for yourself?
I mean, for sure. I mean, I'd love to be. I mean, that's the -- 1 player in the state, so obviously I'd love that.
You are being mentioned among the best quarterbacks, not only in the state but in AA, where you guys played. Is that important to you? Does it mean anything, or does it just roll off of you and move on? Because I know you're a pretty low-key individual.
Yeah, I mean it's big to me, but I'm not gonna let it get to my head and think that I can just stop there.
Who are some of the guys on this team you think will surprise people this year?
I think Noah Lusk and Ashton Reed are definitely gonna surprise people, and Andy Elkins.
Are these guys you'll be throwing to?
Yeah.
You guys lost a lot of linemen too. How important is that to what you're trying to do, and did that affect at all what you thought you could do on offense?
Well, I went in and I was kind of worried about it a little bit, but Coach Gopel's been getting them ready, and they're looking really good.
Did you say you played some quarterback in Pee Wee? Is that right? You never played.
I never played till my 8th grade year.
So 8th grade, what made you think I'm just gonna do this? And did you know you'd be coming up here and do? Were you asked to prepare yourself to do that, or was it something that you did on your own?
Something I kind of did on my own. And when Blake left, Blake was the quarterback my 7th grade year, and I knew that there was a spot open, so I just went for it.
Was it something you thought about a lot, or no?
Yeah, kinda. I mean, I was gonna play wherever they told me to go, but.
So did they ask you? Did you go to the coach and say I want to play quarterback?
Well, they kind of asked me to a little bit. Start trying to get better.
So that's when you decided maybe I should do this.
Yeah.
Well, should you imagine being up here now and not being the quarterback with this team? I mean, you've been a starter. You should have been 10 games last year or more. Obviously, it wasn't. But could you imagine yourself playing a receiver here?
No, not really. It's hard to think where I'm at now.
All right, hey Jaxon, I appreciate the time and best of luck this season. Hopefully
Thank you.
You get a full one in.
Yeah.